What's up everybody, it's your boy back with another keyboard video. And we have something that feels to be long overdue since this thing has been out for quite some time. But it has managed to disrupt the custom keyboard market in late 2022. And yes, we are talking about this, the Monsgeek M1. For those who don't know, Monsgeek is actually a subbrand of Akko. And seeing how many goodies Akko has churned out in terms of keyboards and switches, the spirit of the bang for buck ratio is still shared between them. The M1 in particular is the brand's exploded 75% laid-out custom kit made with CNC, aluminum, and the reason I said that it is disruptive is because of its price. At just $99 US or about 400 to 440 in the local market. This is literally the new low for an aluminum kit to reach, and I can't stress the number of people that sprouts with joy as they finally got their hands on one of these, without blowing like 1,000 ringgit in group buys. Currently available in a variety of colors like black, grey, silver, pink, and some editions like the red for Christmas. What we have here is actually the white color. Now, the white color is actually discontinued and no longer being manufactured, so this is one of the remaining units within the market. And it is actually 10 ringgit more expensive than the other colorways. But I've heard some discussions regarding the white technically being e-white, and e-coating process is relatively costly and in contrast to the usual anodization. So the reason Akko stopped providing it is because of cost issues? Well, I don't have any insider or myth-busting news about that, so if you have any confirmed sources about that, leave it down in the comments below. Anyway, so let's unbox the kit and see what's inside, shall we? Pull it off from the side. Okay, so what we got here is the user manual. You got the keyboard, you got the cable. Ooh, big coil cable. You got the steps. These are nice, they are pre-assembled, so there's one less thing to worry about. And you got the screws, the Allen keys, and you got the keyboard. And you also got the step pads and the tape mount. So you can do this if you want to. But I guess this thing you can use it as the force brake pad also. But yeah. Okay, so this is the white color. So it's definitely more onto the metallic white side of things. And you got a polycarbonate plate, and I think there's a layer of PE foam switch pad, and the bottom is relatively simple. Now we are partially done with the kit unboxing, so let's talk about the switches. I'll be using perhaps the most famous name when it comes to smoothness even in stock form. Yes, you may guess it correctly, it's the Gateron Oil Kings. For the unaware, these are linear switches that has everything black, top to bottom, inside and out. The PA66 top housing, ink bottom housing, and palm stem creates a rather full and slightly deeper sound compared to its clacky relative, the Gateron CJ. It actuates at 55 grams and bottoms out at about 63, but the main contributor of its snappiness is the 20mm black spring. But the best thing about the Oil Kings is that it comes factory pre-lubed that actually rivals the consistency and viscosity of a hand lube switch. Well, at least comparing against my own lube job. As a result, you get a super smooth switch with minimal scratch noise and very responsive feedback that requires only a moderate amount of force to operate. And finally, for the keycaps, since this is a white keyboard kit and I've been waiting for this setup for quite some time, I'm pulling out the heavy industry set from iFei. These are cherry profile and made out of double shot ABS with the surface treated with a layer of PBT material to give them the signature sound while highly resistant to oil shine. Also, the combination of white, dark grey and yellow accents just makes the entire thing look so professional and classy. For the build, we'll be doing two different setups. The first one will be the complete stock experience. No foams, no tapes, no bandage steps, no nothing. And the second one will be using everything Echo has within the kit to see what sort of difference you can get from 0 to 100. So let's get everything assembled. So let's try to just slide in some steps, put in the keycaps and switches and see how it sounds. Well, that's a bit of an oof if you ask me. The alphas are fine, but apart from that, everything is just below expectation. The installation of the switch and plate is kind of hard as well, since the plate foam is not there to support them. But in exchange for that, you get lots of flex, and that's tons of fun to some people. The saps are also dry out of the box and have some minor rattling due to the stem and housing scratching each other. But let's find out how the fully decked out one sounds, shall we? Now that's what I'm expecting out of this build. The deep, full, talky sound introduced by the switch pad, the plate foam, the case foam and PC plate all combined and made the end result much better, and I'm surprised by the quality of the steps actually. Just loot them up and without any mods, they are good to go. But even with those foams, there is still a little bit of hollowness in it, so I would suggest putting in some polyfill to solve the problem. Now let's move on to the price. Well, the official price tag of this kit is tagged at 430 ringgits. If you want to pick it up, I think you need some luck in finding who's carrying ready stock of this particular rare white color. But there are shops selling the black or pink and other colors at about 420 ringgits and even 400 if you know how to find them, and you can go for those colors if you wanted to. If you want to build the exact same thing as I did, well, you have to shell out quite a lot in comparison to, let's say, a pre-built keyboard kit. The switch alone is priced at 2 ringgit and 80 cents per switch, which makes that at about 230 in total, and the keycaps at 140 ringgits, and that's a total of 800. If you're me, I probably swap in a better set of steps from the likes of C3 Echoes at about 60 or even the Stabies at 105. Well, that escalated quickly. Sure, it is a real critical hit to the wallet for most people, but if this is your one and only aluminum board that you deemed endgame, I say going full balls deep to make one that satisfies you can be the good choice here. But if your budget is not that high, you can pick other great budget switches from other brands. Well, you got the likes from the MMD, KTT, JWK, or even Gateron's own cheaper options. Heck, you can even buy used parts from the second-hand marketplaces like Carousel or our Facebook group, links down below, to build your dream board less hurtful to your wallet. But regardless, the immense range of selection is what makes our hobby fun and flexible to everyone's preference, isn't it? To close off this episode, the Monsgeek M1 is really showing Akko's ability to produce them at a large volume, hence pricing it very competitively, and with the whole set of accessories that comes with it, no matter if you're new to the scene or a veteran in the space, you'll have a great time building, modding, and typing on this keyboard. If you need one reaction from me to sum up my experience, it is this. So that's all for today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.